Mm. Good morning. Mhm. Mhm. Good morning, John.
Hey, good morning, Leila.
How are you?
Good, good. Hey, are you able to let me screen share while I am speaking?
Sure.
Great. How are you this morning?
Very good.
You look good.
Thank you. So do you. I like that jacket.
Oh, thank you.
Hadn't seen that one.
Yeah, I haven't worn this in a while. It's kind of lightweight. Good for the season. Okay, let's try it now. How can I hide the stuff on the left?
I have all of this typed up for you if you like.
Yeah, but I want to click on some of the links and stuff as I'm talking. So
So I can email it to you, and if you open it, you can click on them as well. But if you want to, okay.
is there a way to expand the page?
Yes, let me try something. Do a reply, pretend you're replying.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Okay, and then you see on the same line that says john@agentinc.com, there is a little square with a flash.
Yeah.
Press that one.
Oh, there we go. Aren't you beautiful?
Oh, no, resume editing. It's supposed to make it big and everything else will go.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it did for you, but so stop sharing and reshare because we're still seeing the old one.
Got it. Okay. Okay. How's that?
Perfect. Can you try clicking on one of those? Because if I email you the agenda, you can.
So are you seeing the 2.0?
No, because you have to share your whole desktop. So when you press links.
Well, apparently this is over my pay grade.
Okay, but look, I will here. If you
why don't you take away my screen share and
okay. So for example, if you want this, I can click on it and it will open. Okay.
Perfect. Let's do it that way.
Okay.
Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, John. Good morning, everybody. Really looking forward to all the updates today on what's going on. Very exciting.
Cool. Hey, we got Sean Daly with us. We got Taylor Conley. I love this fresh talent, this energetic leadership that we're taking part with Real. Welcome, you guys. Look forward to hearing you speak later today. Good morning, Madam Secretary Shiva Manusheri. How are you this morning?
Hi, Shiva.
We'll give it just a few more minutes before we get started.
Shiva, you are muted.
Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Thank you for letting me know, Scott.
Okay. Lily, you want to just throw my notes up there? All right, guys, we'll go ahead and get started. Good morning. We love these Tuesday mornings every other week when we get to connect with you guys. And of course, it's recorded, so I know a lot of you like to just watch this at your convenience. But whatever time zone you're in, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. It's great to be with you. I feel like we're off to, I just did an email. I said, guys, we're off to the races. Agent Inc. is finally what we always dreamed of it being, and that is a very, very competitive platform with some of the world's greatest marketing advantages. And so today I just want to remind you to put this agentinc 2.0 10 Ways to Make Money digital brochure that's hosted on Issue. Just put it on your email signature. And if any of you guys have questions about all this really cool stuff that was just added to the agentinc platform, powered by Real. Real made a lot of this possible. You know, we've always wanted for agents to be able to get stock awards, have a competitive cap, and boy, do we ever have one. If you're under a team leader, you can have a $6,000 cap. That's just amazing. And this robust revenue share. I love 2 weeks ago when Sharon mentioned there are already people inside of Real that are making $300,000 a month off revenue share. And I know all you guys are very influential. You're masters of social media. You got a lot of people that listen to you, and you can enjoy that kind of passive income in the future. So this is all very, very exciting. But do spend a little time on the 10 Ways to Make Money, agentinc 2.0, and make sure it's connected to your email signature. agentinc World Holding Company is you know, a part of the additional benefits to not only being part of Real as a designated broker, but being with agentinc. And as you know, we have several ancillary companies that are growing and building and benefiting you from the stock that you own in agentinc World Holding Company. And that we do intend to take that portion public as well. It's about 7 months off. And several of you have been inquiring about buying stock prior to that happening. So if you have any questions, Layla has that documentation, pricing, etc. So just email Layla if you want to take advantage of that. Big changes here with agentinc Media. And, you know, I've been working on this project, it seems like for a very long time. But we are building an app called Elevated Rewards. And Layla, if you want to just click on that link, we can bring it up real quick. But Elevated Rewards will do a whole lot of groundwork for you guys. So if you like to farm an area, it will reach out to the residents there. It will reach out to merchants and vendors around your farm. It'll introduce you. It's got all kinds of really cool stuff. How many of you are familiar with Nextdoor? Nextdoor has some really cool interaction in the way of chat rooms for neighbors, and also interactions with merchants and services. And so what this will do, it'll give you an automated marketing campaign that will eventually be offset price-wise, because the app makes money for you in every geographic area. So it's really cool. We've got a team in the Philippines that are designing it. Layla, I can't see anything on the screen, so maybe just go back to my notes. But I just want to let you know this is coming. And so it makes sense to just build out this marketing team in the Philippines, because a lot of the marketing that you're going to be doing is going to be interacting with this app. And labor rates in the Philippines are unbelievably low. And so we can bring you more marketing, more custom graphics. We can serve you better by adding to this team in the Philippines. So we've got a new contact for you this morning. If you want anything customized, you know, if you need business card signs, templates, brochures, you want to update your listing presentation, you want, you know, all the things. We've kind of put a list together on here of all that agentinc Media does for our agents. But there's a new email here, David. David at David Allen Krupp. There's Layla, I gave you another one too. It's a Next Edge email, but either one works. And David will soon have an agentinc Media email. But he's your go-to guy from today on for all your marketing needs. Layla, you want to scroll down? All right. And again, if there's any questions about this stuff, feel free to reach out to me, Scott, Layla, with regard to your marketing needs. Okay, go ahead and scroll down, Layla. Big announcement, guys, big announcement. So Agent Escrow has served us very, very well for 4 years. And Kim Ornelas is a total rock star. Many of us have enjoyed her incredible service. I hate doing escrows without her. She's just a rock star. But what we've done, because the strength of our partnership is so great with Real, that we've folded Agent Escrow, and it's now called, our escrow service is now called Real Escrow. And luckily, they hired Kim Ornelas, and so she can continue to be your go-to escrow officer. And of course, I put her cell phone on here. Most of you know how to reach Kim, but she'll have a new Real Escrow email. And we're just thrilled about this. And with us today is Sean Daly and Taylor Conley, who run the Real Escrow division. This is a California joint venture. And they're going to speak here in a few minutes. I'll turn the mic back over to them. Agent Mortgage, Dylan is here with us this morning. And I just want to give a big shout out. Dylan and Patty have just done a brilliant job of building out the resources for Agent Mortgage. And I won't steal your thunder, Dylan, but one of the great things you've done is bring on just a plethora of non-QM and private money, so that if we can't fund a deal, nobody can. I mean, that's really our motto. We've just got a great selection of resources for all of you guys to use, including all the standard lending. So Dylan, are you here with us? You want to say hello?
Yes, good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. Sorry, I only use my glasses when I'm reading, and so when I'm looking at something else, it looks weird. Super happy to be here with you guys this morning and excited. Agent Mortgage has just been amazing. I've loved working with John and Scott and all of you. I appreciate those of you who have reached out to us and have given us the opportunity to work with you. I think you've found us to be very responsive and on top of the game. One of the things that most recently we were working on, unfortunately the deal fell out, the borrower backed out of the deal on the home, but they had a home, they had it up for sale, and it wasn't sold yet, so they didn't have the down payment funds. However, they own the property free and clear. So they said, hey, what can we do in this scenario? The home is listed. Typically you can't get a loan on the home if it's already listed. And we said, nope, we'll do it. We have a hard money option. We'll take out a $250,000 first trust deed on the home, hard money, 6 months, gives you time to sell the property and transfer that into your new home. Debt to income ratios worked. We utilized both our hard money and conventional is what we were doing. Got them fully qualified and approved on the conventional side. Got them fully qualified and approved on the hard money side, and we were rocking and rolling. They didn't like the house, ended up backing out. May find something different. We may or may not end up back in this scenario, but just these are some of the creative financing ways that we can help your clients get into their home. So a lot of times when we're restricted and hey, we know it's a competitive market out there, so maybe going contingent isn't the right way to go. Give us a call. Obviously, we have these different avenues that can help maybe push things along. So again, we were going to go into a 6-month hard money, give them time to sell their home, but also get them the new home that they were looking for. So it was kind of a win-win situation all the way around. They're back on the hunt for something else, so we'll see if it comes back. But we have so many different options to help your clients. One of the biggest things that just came back, I actually just read an email about it yesterday, Airbnbs and short-term rental financing is coming back. It kind of went away for about 6 months due to kind of instability in the market. Things have kind of calmed down a little bit. And so our lenders are bringing that back. 80% LTV on a short-term rental. That is huge. So let us know if you've got investors that are interested in that too. So that's kind of what's going on. Rates, mid-7s. Right now, they've kind of been increasing kind of steadily over the last couple of weeks. So we're just about in the mid-7s on a conventional, high 6s on an FHA, and mid-6s on a VA. So that's kind of what we're looking at.
Dylan, thanks. You guys are awesome. And I'm just so thrilled that you and Patty are part of our team. And I know Agent Mortgage is just going to do great things. And we appreciate being able to rely on you to get the deals funded and get them closed. So thank you very, very much.
Well, thanks, John. We're happy to be here.
Hey, I'm going to invite Sean to say hello. Sean Daly with Real Escrow. Please introduce Taylor Conley as well. Sean, thank you.
Hey, John. Hey, Scott.
Morning,
John, I just realized because when I jump into the call, I saw a guy named John, and I was like, "That's what John looks like," because I had never seen you on camera before. So it's great to meet you, I guess, more formally. Yeah, I'd love to give an introduction to our company. I think Kim is on as well. Kim, are you with us?
Yes, I am here.
Awesome. Well, it's great to chat with you. I know that you've been busy. I know you've been busy onboarding with Real. So thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
And
good to be here.
Absolutely. And I also recognize some faces or some names I've spoken to before. Irfan, and I think we've spoken, and some others. If I missed you, I'm sorry. So what I'd love to do today is to walk through a quick introduction to the company. If I'm able to share my screen, that would be great. Yes, I'm able to. All right. So first and foremost, welcome to Real, everybody. It's definitely an exciting environment. I've now been a part of Real, the ecosystem, I guess you could say, for the better part of a year and a half. And it's been an incredible journey. When I started the company, there were about 3,000 agents when I joined. Now we're on our way to passing, I believe the number is 12,000. We're on our way to pass 12,000, which is staggering growth. It's absolutely staggering growth. And it's for good reason. I think they've got an incredible culture. They've got a great business structure. But what I wanted to talk to you about today was a little history and a little bit about us at Real Escrow. So I actually founded a company called Expetitle in January 2019. So just for you guys to, in California, an escrow company, they call that a title company, and just about every other state in the union, but it's called an escrow company in California. So when we started the company, it was a title company in Miami, Florida, grew that business across Florida, Georgia, Texas. And ever since, and then we joined Real, changed our name to Real Title, and started growing like crazy. And now we're operational in 11 states, including most recently California. And just to be clear, in California, we are Real Escrow. So we are an escrow company in California. We have 3 folks now in Southern California, Los Angeles, Orange County with Kim, and we have somebody in San Diego that just came on this week as well. We also have myself, and I come from the startup world, and then jumped into the title world, and then with Chris, our COO, he is a 25-year real estate attorney and startup founder as well. Taylor, feel free to introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Taylor. I am the account executive with Real Escrow here in California. I myself have been in the real estate industry for the past 4 years before coming over to Real Escrow. So I oversee what you'll hear in a little bit, our joint venture program for our agents. I get them onboarded and all the resources that they need. So you may be in contact with me here in the near future.
Right, excellent. And you guys know Kim. I don't think Kim needs an introduction. So we're really happy to have her on board and managing this relationship. So we've been experiencing a lot of growth in our company. We've grown now, literally from a couple months ago, operating in 3 states to now 11 states and not stopping. Our vision aligns very much with Real brokerage. our vision is a little bit different in that it's to be a leading nationally recognized brand in title and escrow. But when you think about the what it means to be innovative, many people, including myself, often first think about technology. But what we've learned is that technology is only a piece of it. The other piece of that is to have an excellent business structure, right? If you look at Real Brokerage, they have incredible splits. They've got great programs like attraction programs that we talked about earlier. I know agents who have built incredible businesses on the foundation of Real Brokerage. And for us, we follow that same suit. We want to have a great foundational structure that everybody can be a part of. And then on top of that, centered around technology as well. And from the technology side, again, just remove the name title. We made the adjustments in Reason already. But if you guys haven't seen the platform yet, there's a platform called Reason, which is an incredibly powerful platform for your real estate needs. You can literally do everything in this platform, right? You can submit your orders, you can track your transactions, you can view when you're going to be capping, how many transactions you're going to be until you cap. It's an incredibly powerful platform that you can do everything in one place, and it's all built in-house, meaning that the technology team in Real, Pritesh is the CTO, built this platform from scratch, and we are an extension of that so that you can actually submit your title or your escrow orders directly through this platform. You can track those orders in here as well and track what's happening with your escrow order, and you have everything you need in one place. That technology-driven approach is very important, helps create more visibility. And also, I think Kim is probably quickly getting oriented to our process, but we do things in a very technology-driven standard, but still keep a very high quality level of service. And on the other hand, we also have a really cool joint venture program where we allow agents to quite literally buy shares in our escrow company. Depending on your status within the company, being a capper, a lead agent, or team leader, you can qualify for different levels of shares, buy those shares in our title business, which creates a RESPA compliant way to make money on escrow fees with us. And this has been a wildly successful program that we released across the country. We now have an entity called Real Title Agency that is probably going to be doing $3 to $4 million in revenue this year, and we'll probably do over $1 million in distributions back to agents. If you think about that, that's incredible, right? That we're able to produce that type of revenue, grow that quickly, and also put money back into agents' pockets through this program. It's an incredible program, and we're going to be launching something very similar in California within the next, I'd say, about 60 days. Right now, we're working through the brokerage license, and we will be releasing this to agents within California once we get our independent license, which is called the Real Open Escrow of California, probably within the next, I'd say, 45, 60 days. So very, very cool opportunity, and happy to chat through that. Taylor would be the point of contact to schedule a call with her and learn more about the program. And just so you know that we are taking this program national. Just at the beginning of the year, we were in 3 states, Florida, Georgia, and Texas, operating. We've since expanded to a number of new states because of these programs and because of our technology-driven approach. So really cool stuff. Again, congratulations and welcome to the Real ecosystem, and happy to answer a question or two. I want to be mindful of time, or feel free to schedule a call with Taylor, which Taylor dropped her. I was just going to ask her, but she was ahead of me. If you dropped her calendar in the chat. That's the end of my show, John.
Thank you. And I'm looking on, when you were talking, I was looking on my Reason app to find Real Escrow. Is it on there yet? Am I looking in the right place?
We just released it for California. We just released it. I think it was yesterday. So
Okay.
all transactions that go in from now on, you'll be able to submit through there and track inside of the transaction itself. So
Okay.
yeah.
So there's an update to the app probably that I need to do, but that's awesome. I love that. I love that we can just do everything right off our phones. That is really amazing. And I think the opportunity for our top producers, our cappers, to actually invest in our escrow company, just like I am, is just a wonderful opportunity. The rewards on that, or returns on that, can be very rewarding. So I encourage all of you to consider that and to talk to Taylor about it, because that's just an opportunity that we didn't have before. So thank you both for being here with us today. And Scott, I'll turn it over to you. I've been talking all over you this morning. Sorry about that. But we want to hear from our energetic Scott McDonald this morning.
Well, John, and I didn't want to spend a lot of time on this meeting because of the things we've already talked about, which are just absolutely huge. And, Sean, thank you that that timeline and the story of how your world has evolved in such a short period of time. And gang, there is such an energy around growth. You just can't make this up. You can't fake it. I mean, there is such an energy around growth. And then of course, the reality of financial opportunities that come with growth and success. And so, my gosh, I'm realizing more and more our timing of aligning with Real Brokerage is amazing. And I'm convinced we're all going to look back in a few years and say, oh my gosh, we couldn't have timed it any better. And Sean, what you've done in a year and a half is amazing. But before you, the group that started literally nine years ago to lay the foundation and build this model to where it is today is an absolute gift for all of us. And so very excited. And yeah, we're just so thankful to be a part of this. And buckle your seatbelts. But on the Reason app, I have the app and it's lowercase RE and then it's capital ZEN. And so we have the legendary Z team, with Zen leading it in Orange County, just joining us. And so, it looks like they made that tailor-made for you, Zen and Z team. This is kind of cool, but amazing things. I'm going to give you just a few seconds on the market. And again, this is just a microcosm of the national picture where there is just no supply really anywhere. And because of that, we have incredible stability in the market. And yes, buyers and sellers, buyers are getting used to the reality that transacting with rates in the sevens isn't the end of the world. Many of us that have been in this business for some decades now, look back historically and say, my gosh, anything in the sevens is absolutely fantastic. But interesting, the psychology of people, of buyers, where a year ago it's complete shock. Oh my gosh, heading towards 7% interest rates. What are we going to do? No one's going to sell another house. Fast forward to today, people have made adjustments. And so, yeah, I'm not going to buy for, the same price. I'm adjusting down. Instead of X, I'm buying at 0.8X or whatever that is. And it's all moving on. And to that end, last month in Orange County, we closed over 4,000 transaction sides. Apart from all the noise, everything you're hearing, the truth is buyers who buy, and sellers who sell, and they do it because of their needs. So take the weight off your shoulders that it's up to you, Mr. and Mrs. Real Estate Agent, to convince that consumer. And if you pitch hard enough and sell well enough, they're going to do a deal. Thank God that's not the reality. The reality is there were actually 4,060 to be exact transaction sides closed in Orange County last month because people have needs and everybody has to live somewhere. And heaven forbid I have to rent for another month or 3 or 6 because rents are 3 times what they should be. There's our opportunity, and it's going to happen like clockwork every month. because that is what we do. We help people buy and sell homes, and everybody has to live in one somewhere. So keep the facts in mind, and try to just not get confused on all the noise out there and all the speculation. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. What about this? What about that? Who cares? I just want to find the people that have a need to buy and have a need to sell and help them. Because if I don't help them, if you don't help them, very likely they're going to be represented by somebody that doesn't have your passion to care about them, doesn't have your expertise. By the way, it's both. You can be as sincere as the day is long. And if you don't have the skills and the team around you to bring value to them, you're really not a great value. So this is the reality. So over 4,000 transactions closed in May in Orange County. By the way, lowest active listings right now that we've ever had since we started tracking in the early 2000s. We are at a historic low with 2,281 active listings in Orange County today. Again, this is a microcosm. You take Southern California, take the national stage, it all looks pretty much the same. So 2,281 active listings. The 3-year average prior to COVID, for perspective, 6,633. 3 times as much in the 3-year average prior to COVID. And you know what our conversation was through all those 3 years? We don't have any inventory. It was 3 times what it is today. And we kept saying, we need more inventory. We need more inventory. We did. You know, go back to the Great Recession. There were over 20,000 active listings just in Little Orange County. Does that blow your mind? I mean, 2,200 today. Over 20,000 back then. So days on the market in the Great Recession, Depression were just abysmal. I mean, it would take average days on market. It's a year. It's over a year. Right now, there's literally days on market is in the low 40s. Supply and demand. Follow the numbers. The numbers tell us where we're going. Nothing else does. The numbers do. Follow the data. And just a few of these talking points give your buyer confidence that buying into a market that's not going over a cliff. Oh, and surprise, surprise, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, after a decline in prices the latter half of last year, not severe, no cliff that they went over, but a decline. Now we're seeing constant appreciation. So sellers are selling at a price they didn't think they'd see. My gosh, talk about a market, an opportunistic market on both sides. Sellers are selling for more than they thought. Buyers are buying into a stable market. Yeah, paying a little more on interest rates, but they're going to be able to refinance down the road. That is why over 4,000 transaction sites closed last month, because of the fact that there's opportunity and people have needs. So just stay there. And there's our opportunity. And there are people having their best year in this market, newer agents on an upward trajectory. And if you're not feeling the momentum, would you please get around some of these people that are having fun doing what they're doing because they're focused on the opportunity? Get around those people. It will change your perspective, your belief. It will change your energy. And now when you meet somebody, they want to actually work with you because you're switched on. You're clear on how to help them. And that's just exactly what they're looking for. I know it's fundamental, but this is it. So market time was the last stat, low 40s for days on market in Orange County. It's insane. And it's not going to change, by the way. We're starting July, sometime in July or or August. We are going to peak for active listings for the year. And from there, we're going to have a slow decline. So right now, 43 days on market in Orange County. By the way, it's low everywhere. Dr. Fabian in Houston, I know it's low there. Wherever you are, you're in having the same conversation. Supply and demand, we need supply. Thank God that we have a strong market because of these things, and it's not going anywhere, and inventory will actually start declining, which means, again, stability from a supply and demand standpoint. This is reality. This is all we need to be focusing on for our clients to understand the opportunity for them. So there we go. That's it on the market. By the way, Dylan spoke a little earlier. lending is an industry where everybody lies, not everybody. So many people lie because they want you to commit your client to do a loan with them. And you know what happens in the end when they can't deliver? It's not just a catastrophe for the client. It's a catastrophe for us as an agent because we needed that deal to close. So I've worked with Dylan and Patty long enough. I have not seen them one time make a commitment and in the end start giving excuses as to why, well, we thought we could do it. Yeah, yada, yada. So I love the power of a team, and we have it in spades. And, we had some of our group that were reluctant to use Kim with escrow, not because of Kim. Kim's amazing. I mean, she's more knowledge to being an escrow officer than almost anyone I've worked with. It was because we're a small company. And there were some agents that said, or their clients said, I don't want to work with an escrow that's with a small company. Well, hey, that's all gone. I mean, now we're backed by all the strength of Real Brokerage, fastest growing publicly traded real estate firm in the world. And all this team success helps you and your client on their next deal. And that's what it's all about. And that's the reward we take away from this. Apart from getting a paycheck at the end, we protected that client. We helped them accomplish their goal. This is the reward of real estate that's beyond the commission. And the team is everything. Everyone knows a team will outperform an individual. So our team story, as Sean shared on the services side, is just evolving and growing, and that's going to help you and your client on the next deal. So that's it. John, back to you.
Hey, buddy, great job. Thank you very much. So, if you look at our market, it's bifurcated, right? So luxury sales in Los Angeles, 25, 30, 50, 70 million, they're off significantly. I mean, but you look at 1.5 million and below, and we're back to multiple offers, we're back to low inventory, we're back to real competition for those assets. And so I had a couple of experiences this week that I just wanted to share because we all see the world through our lens, and I just want to share my lens with you. But in every market, there's something exceptional that somebody will buy. And in every market, if you get the price to the right place, no matter how long it's sat on the market, it will sell, right? And so these are just things that you learn along the way, and they're always in the back of your mind. And it's our challenge to be able to communicate that effectively to our clients. But I wanted to tell you a story. So I'm working on, Sean and I were showing a house up in Pelican Crest. And this owner, longtime client of mine, he moved out of that to move into the new 40,000 square foot home he built on two of the most amazing lots in Pelican Crest. And so I'm setting up the showing, and I said, hey, the old house is 35 million. And I said, this guy's he's pretty big fish. I said, I think he could afford your new house if you want to show that to him, because in the past he'd been letting me show that for 100 million. I actually took him $100 million offer right before it was finished, and he said, maybe if they go to 150, I'll consider it. So that deal fell apart. So anyway, when I brought this up to him this past week, you know what he told me? He said, John, he said, a Chinese buyer just offered me $200 million cash for this house. And it was non-contingent, quick close, verification of funds, the whole deal. And I was like, oh my goodness, in every market, there's something exceptional that can bring just a huge buyer out of the woods. And so I thought that was encouraging. I thought, oh my gosh, I can't think of, if the sale didn't go through, but because his wife said if he sold the house, he'd have to leave her too. But, I just found that amazing. I don't know of a higher sale than 200 million in California. And right here in our back door in Orange County, we have that kind of a value being stated by a buyer. So very, very cool. So, no matter how slow you see the luxury market, just remember that lightning can strike with the right match. And with regard to having the right price. I've been watching 103 Violito Suit. I don't know if you guys have been watching that, but it came on a little over 30, sat on the market quite a few months, has 140 feet of frontage, 2 houses, 2 huge docks. I mean, I was really intrigued by that. But they lowered the price to 27. And so I have a buyer, he threw an offer in, pretty low offer in, and come to find out, they actually got it in escrow, I believe, for 25. So that was just a function of getting it right? Getting that price right around 2,700 bucks a foot for that, and sure enough, it went. And then the other thing I witnessed this month or this past week, was I think you guys know I have a client at 12 Harbor Island. We have another property at 29 Harbor Island that we lease both of those every summer. But right next door at number 13 Harbor Island, that came on for $21,995,000. And to me, I think that's very high. It's not a brand new house. It's a bit older. I think it was built in 1992, a little bit dated. From the leeward side of the island, doesn't have a main channel view, shady patio, etc. But boom, that went into escrow, and didn't surprise me because, everything's supply and demand. And if you look at the bayfront inventory, there's just not a whole lot out there. I mean, there is, the dozen homes that are for sale on the bay, or have either been on the market 840 days because they're overpriced, or they're just they're not new or shiny or polished or all that attractive. So it was interesting to see that, yes, there is significant demand for that bayfront product, and that thing popped off very, very quickly. So anyway, I'll stop rambling, but just a little bit from my lens last week, and I wish you all the best. I mean, guys, we're so excited about where we've landed, what we've got going. I mean, just this past week, it looks like we've got a great, a huge team joining us out of North Carolina, and we've got several large teams in California that are joining us, some over 100 productive agents. And so our growth, just like Scott said, is becoming completely dynamic after finishing our platform in the way that we'd originally envisioned it. And we're so glad you're here today to enjoy the upside. We hope you're as excited as we are. And we just want to see you benefit. And so great being with you today. Please reach out if there's any questions regarding all the new announcements today. I love you all. Can't wait to see you again. And just have a great rest of the week.
Thank you, John. Thank you, everybody.